started. It's a little bit dark here. Let me try the brightness a little. A little too much. Alright, this'll do. Alright, so happy 4th of July, everybody. Let's get some racing in. Move the microphone a little bit closer. Alright. Need to lower down the game volume too, I think. Yeah, 50%. 50% for the game audio. We should be good now. Alright. So we'll be doing some daily races over in Gran Turismo. Le Mans Ultimate. I haven't done a stream in this game for quite some time, so you know, give it a shot. So we're about 15 minutes away from the first race of the night. We're going to be doing Circuit of the Americas. We'll be doing COTA, but not the full layout. We're just going to do the national layout. So basically this skips that gigantic, like the second half of the S's that leads into this super long straight. We'll be just getting straight into like the third sector that you would normally do if you were doing the Grand Prix layout, so to speak. Alright, let me see if I can get in for some practice. Oh, shoot. Let me see if I can hop back in. Also, as I'm doing this, I'm trying to do this, I'm updating my crew chief app so I can get some game audio, some race audio. Alright. Go. Oh, I can't join practice. Do I have to like restart the game or something? Alright, in the meantime, let me just get my... Alright, get my sound packs up to date. Let me get my crew chief back online. Never mind. All right.
Good. Radio check. Good.
All right. Got the crew chief working, but I need to restart the game. So give me like 2 seconds. I'm gonna put the game back on. We'll just go to my Steam. We'll get it. We'll get this going. Like I said, it's really been a while since we played Le Mans Ultimate, so stands to reason I gotta get things done properly. Alrighty. So what I'm probably gonna do for this race, for COTA, I'll do my first run with a pit lane start, and then as I do like the other races, I'll go on the grid. Because this is gonna be a 30-minute run, so obviously I want to make sure that I have a standard job. Alright. Because unlike Gran Turismo, where I've been trying to push for a B rank, right now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to consolidate my safety rating. I've already hit platinum safety, but I want to get some extra races in to keep it in platinum, you know? Because in terms of skill rating, I'm down to the dumps. I'm like still... Uh-oh. Was I cut off for a little bit? I think I was, yeah. There's just like a weird spike. But I think we're okay now. Alright, so we got 11 minutes of practice. Let me just sync into the server. Alright, got the okay from the crew chief. I think I'm the only person in the... Oh, there we go. Stay on the far end. Because I'm coming off the pits. I'm annoyed they didn't show me blue flags for that. There was a guy coming through the down the main straight. So because I'm not used to this layout, I'm gonna have the racing line on for this one. Like, I can do Coda no problem, but it's just this particular layout's a little bit tricky for me. I also gotta get these tires warmed up. I think somebody was off track for a little bit. I saw some dust kicked up there. But of course, I wanted to make sure we do Circuit of the Americas because it's July 4th. Also, we're on the heels of some big American-based news. Ooh. A little bit of a lag spike that caused me to go long. Of course, this is my out lap, so this is not affecting any like lap times or standings. This person went wide. Alright, somebody's slow on the left side. They just blinked out. Alright, we got a Red Bull liveried BMW out and about. Alright, thank you for letting me through. Because I'm on a timed lap. You're just coming out of the pits. Whoa. This is so weird because, like, in other racing sims, I struggle with the S's at Coda, but I seem to have taken them rather well here in Le Mans Ultimate. You know? If you hear a lot of, like, banging and popping outside, because, you know, July 4th fireworks and all that. Shoot. You're also gonna have to forgive me if I'm a little bit loopy. You know? Okay, good for P8 overall. There was some issues here. Stayed on the brakes a little too long there. Is that track limits? Shockingly, no. I got away with that. Oops, somebody's gone slow. Just gotta be gentle with the throttle because of the loss of traction. flag, somebody's gone off. Ooh. Really hit the brakes there because I exceeded track limits. 135.5. Alright. I'm very capable of doing 135.0. But let's see what I can do about that. Because I've been able to do that on a clean track where there's nobody. Ooh. Have to back off a little bit for that one. Go. Starting to get some better numbers. Oh no. Oh shoot, watch the rejoin, guys. Ah, I goofed up. I went long on the exit, and I ended up exceeding track limits, so my lap time got deleted. Oh, that was looking... We could have been on pace for a 134.9. Would have been huge. Uh-oh. Oh no, I exceeded again. I wasn't paying attention. Alright, I'm gonna go into the pits for this. Because we are actually pretty close to race time. So we're getting our prompt to leave the lobby. Oh, I bungled it. Sorry, guys. All right. Whew. All right, we could do a lot better. There. Okay. So, just to recap, I wish I could show off the car. But let me see. Can I kind of don't want to unregister at this point. But I have an Uma Musume themed. Wait, can I? Ah, liveries. Hold on a sec. Should be able to show this off. Wait, create a car. Wait, is there a livery editor in here? Hold on a sec. Ah, never mind. Never mind. I thought there was like a... I thought there was a thingamabob where you could like actually design your own liveries, cause it kind of plays like Assetto Corsa iRacing, where you have to like upload on an image file and then it just wraps around the car. I thought it was gonna be like Gran Turismo, where Alright, so there's only going to be one split. So we're just going to be... Everybody that's registered for this is going to be thrown in one lobby. So, obviously, these are not the... These are some of the less populated races. And we're not exactly in peak hours. So, yeah, it's going to be less fireworks, right? I promise it's fireworks. I know I live in the US, but it's fireworks. Plus, isn't it raining outside? Hold on a minute. Okay, no, the storms are coming late. Because we've been having a lot of we've been having an extreme heat wave, and one of the byproducts of that is just that with the extreme heat wave there's extreme humidity, and with the extreme humidity we're getting huge thunderstorms. So hold on one second, let me just see if there's anything that I can like close down a bit. Honestly, do I need my crew chief? Because the game's kind of froze on me. Hold on one second. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right. Let me just close some stuff on the back end, just to make it a little easier. Put less strain on the PC. Yeah, I'm in need of some updates. So, like, I've been really meaning to add more RAM. Oh boy. Alright, let me see. Is there anything that I could take out a little bit? Just closing some stuff on the back end. Give me like a few minutes. This is not ideal. I'm losing out on track time, but gotta make sure I get this done so that way we can have like a clean quali session. Alright, I'll just close Twitter and Blue Sky. I don't really need those on right now. Alright. We'll deal with that as they come. For now, let's get on to track. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. Because of the... Yeah, because of the hiccups, I ended up, losing a little bit. Oh, Alright, let's try this. Gotta get some heat into the tires. Because unlike the bronze lobbies, there's no tire warmers on these races, so the tires are extremely cold and we need to put heat into them manually. So, nice and easy through the outlap. And then we can start to get more aggressive. But yeah, I'm really excited about some of the new stuff they announced for Le Mans Ultimate, because we just got a announcement that we're getting, like, this year's main season pass is gonna be US tracks. So the first wave is gonna be Daytona and Laguna Seca, but we know the other tracks are gonna be Long Beach, Indy, oh shoot, Watkins Glen, and Road Atlanta. So we essentially got IMSA without the IMSA license. Now there's some tracks that I wish they would add, like Road America, Barber, Canadian Tire, so Mossport. But I'm totally happy with what we got, because we got essentially the Rolex 24, we got the 6 hours of the Glen taken care of. You know, we have Indy, the Grand Prix of Monterey, we got Petit Le Mans, the Acura Grand Prix at Long Beach. So we got enough. Definitely do better. 137.4. That's good for P24. Oh, sorry, P21. Based on my door number, they're expecting me to be around middle of the road, like P15. Of course, my first attempt at every daily race is where I try to... My first attempt, I'm gonna do like a last to first, start from pit lane. And see if I can like make climb back up. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can go from pit lane to P15. It's okay, I don't want to watch. Yeah, there's a lot of July 4th stuff going on. That's why there's so much fireworks going on. Yeah, like downtown where I live, there was like a big fair. So it was like the big transportation hub. They put up like a bunch of food vendors, a bunch of stalls. There was like a mini Ferris wheel. There was some bouncy houses, stuff like that, some slides. It was really cool fun. You know, I stayed there for a little bit, hung out, took in some of the sights, but ultimately, you know, better to just stay at home. I know right now there's like a TV special where they're showing off like the main fireworks display across the Hudson River. But yeah, it's nice and dandy. Like at one point you were able to see them through our state park, but over time they kind of just pushed it like further up New York to the point where like you couldn't see them from our city. Because I think I was probably in like 5th or 6th grade where we went to like a relative's house. We went to a relative's house and I was able to see the Macy's fireworks from her house. It was that close, but over time they pushed it like further up toward the Bronx, toward like Upper Manhattan. So I couldn't really see anything. Alright, session's over. Return to the garage. Okay.
Teams and drivers go to the
so
grid
30-minute
for a
race.
start.
We are P21. I just want to go into the go onto the grid just to see how many laps we should be expecting. About 21 laps. Because again, I'm going to do a pit lane start. I'm going to put... For giggles, I'm going to put 67%. Why not? All right. So we're gonna stay here in the in this page. So when this countdown goes down to 0, we can just we'll be guaranteed to start from the pit lane.
Formation lap has started.
That's totally fine. Y'all can go. All right, I might as well go out as well. Alright, so I'm gonna queue up alongside the other pit lane starters. And we're just gonna wait here. Okay. That's as far as I go. We'll just take it easy, and then...
Green flag, green flag.
Let the main group go. Let them run into some issues. And then we'll just take on whatever scraps. Okay, we got the green light, so we can go. But our tires are extremely cold because we've been waiting. Alright, so P29. Let's see what we can conjure up here. There's already some yellow flags. Alright, we already have a driver with a drive-through. So I've already taken him past. But I gotta see if I can take this Maruzensky themed Ferrari into a good position. Uh-oh.
Time 2:04.33.
Alright, we can get... Totally fine. Now we're gonna get into... racing speed. Somebody's going slow. Whoop. Corvette's going extremely wide. Spinner. Oh, there's an incident here. Oh, big incident. A lot of people spun out. And we got some compromised cars up ahead. Just be careful. There may be somebody spun around here. Alright, nice and easy. 137.7. Alright, so P25. Alright, everybody nice and well behaved so far. Oh, I see somebody sent into the wall. So that's gonna be a freebie. Throw a flag. For who, I don't know. Getting a good run on this Corvette. Hanging in there, so far so good. P24. Front left is taking a beating. Lap 136.1. Who, me? I'm not a stupid Ferrari. You must be thinking of a different one. Whoop, off he goes. Yeah, you're gonna have to back out of that one, my friend. Alright. This Mustang was all out of sorts, so they're vulnerable. Wait, that was a track cut? Oh. Well, that sucks. Alright, things are starting to even out a bit. Alright, so some incidents have come about, so now we're P23. Yeah, somebody's gone off. P22. Also, I'm pulling away from the Corvette that I was chasing a long time ago, so this is good. Oh, there's a big gaggle of cars. If they can cause some sort of incident, those are some free positions that I can steal. We're doing all right. Just gotta stay with them. Uh-oh. Just control the car. We're not exactly taking the car flat out through the S's. Wow. Look how chaotic that this braking zone is gonna be. There was contact. There we go. See? Mustang got a little bit too crazy with that one. Watch out, watch out, watch out. We don't touch. Porsche spun around. Now we gotta be careful. We're gonna be in the thick of it too. Alright, I think I've learned this layout, so I don't need to worry about the racing line anymore. Oh, exit stage right. Or left. It's gonna slot in behind me. So P18. I don't know if there was contact, but it was very close. Uh-oh. have to keep control a little bit. Watch out, watch out, watch out. He's on my inside. Alright, there we go. See if we can pull a little in.
35.42.
Alright, P18 with 18 minutes to go. Not bad. I need this Mustang and Porsche behind me to keep fighting. If they keep jostling and jousting for position, it'll just give me more impetus to get away. Careful, there is a yellow flag somewhere. Whoop. Well, we got another one there.
34.8.
We didn't touch. Most important thing, we didn't touch. Wait. Was the Mustang chasing us caught in that? Uh-oh. A little bit wide for my liking. I'm kind of opening the door for him. Alright, I'll just let it go. Do our own race. God, there's a big gulf in class after these two cars.
6.41.
If we overtake these both, then next car is like 10 seconds away. I want to see how these two race each other. And then let's see if we can maybe pick up some pieces. They're almost side by side. Oh, nearly had some snap oversteer. 35.2. Not bad, not bad. Oh, they're side by side now. Let's see how they go into the S's. Aww. Oh, shoot. Just gave back the position? Maybe there was some track limits involved. Alright. Oh, god damn it. There was some connection lag. Oh, that's lost me some time. Both in front and behind. Alright. A lot of technical hiccups that lap, so we need to find some way to hang in there. And I need to get a move on because the Mustang from earlier is caught up. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Spin. But that has caused some problems. This is going to be a problem now. You go on ahead. See if you can make this work. See what you can do about this. And I'll pick up any scraps you have. Alright, 10 minutes left in this race. I think we're still gonna have like one major turning point. Shoot, we're about to be lapped at this point. Really wide line going in, guys. I just parked it. Somebody coming out of the pits. That's gonna throw another wrinkle into things. So we're right down to P19. So the reason why I had to back out like that is because of the track limits, so... Yellow flag, somebody's gone off, but it looks like a back marker. Just gotta be careful. They don't cause an issue for us. She was on my radar, so he's close. Gotta find a way back into this. Seven minutes to go. Uh-oh. Freebie. Take it. Contact between those two? Yes, maybe so. Hopefully. Somebody's gone slow. Oh, that's a back marker. Never mind. So that's not going to be a problem. Because just so you know, whoa, off you go. Blue flags are a little bit different in GT racing as opposed to something like Formula 1, where it's like you're shown a blue flag, you're given a spade amount of time to pull over. For us, it's faster car approaching. Just be careful. They, lap drivers are just supposed to... Oh boy. Probably gonna get a track limit penalty for this, but yeah. That's a much more egregious one. If I get 3 cut points, then I have to serve a penalty. But we're okay. So it'll be P17. Let's see what I can do here. So I'm 1.7 ahead of the guy behind, the one that spun out. Back marker's gone slow. So no consequence to me. have a back marker here as well. Got less than a second to the car behind. Eyes forward, see what happens. There we go. Moves over to the side, lets us through. That's a helpful person. Alright, I'm getting a lot of track cuts on that corner. Just gotta watch myself. That doesn't get out of hand. Drive-through penalty for a car up ahead, so I might be able to gain a position out of this. Let's see what happens here. 16th, 15th, and 14th are very, very close together. We're hanging on by a thread. Oh, shoot. Super wide. So this is our final lap. I think there might have been some contact. I thought I heard something. Alright, there is a disqualification up ahead. But we finish P16. Alright. Whew. Alright. Pit lane to what? P16? It's not bad. I'll take that. Okay. Let's get ready for the next race, alright? But back in 3. Back in a bit. Alright, let's get back into work. So we got about 9 minutes until the next lobby opens. So we're gonna do this one more time. We'll do about 2 or 3 more attempts. So let's hop in, see if we can sneak in some more practice, and we'll go from there. I think some people are still letting out fireworks, so still blaring out. I can still see flashes outside. But yeah, thanks for everybody who decided to stop by, you know. Fun to get some racing in, especially considering I haven't been playing LMU in so long. Alright. Alright, we got 8.5 minutes to go. So let's... by the way, Peppa Pig livery. Let's get it going. I'm actually gonna wait a little bit because somebody is coming down the main straight. Alright, so for this race, I'm gonna be trying out the like I said, cold tires. I'm gonna be taking the Porsche this time around. Feels a lot more nimble through the corner, to the S's. Oops, somebody's gone to a halt on the side. No big deal. Whoa. I gotta be careful because my driving style is prone to oversteering a lot, so... I like to throw the weight around the car, so... So sometimes we end up, you know, losing the rear, and we have to get it back on track. Like that, see? I'm just gonna let this guy through. He's on a hot lap, so... Uh-oh, somebody's gone off. Sir, you can't park there. Oh, there's a weird smell coming out. I think it might be like... gun... I think it might be gunpowder from the fireworks. Because some people are letting out a lot of fireworks outside. That's how I've been hearing all those, like... those pops and bangs so far. There's like a weird... There's like a weird smell coming out. And I'm thinking that could be the reason. Just caught me off guard. Uh-oh. He spun. 140.4. I think I can probably get one good lap. That was a major snap I had to do. Compromised line. Yellow flag, somebody's off on the side. I have to give us some time to avoid getting the lap time deleted. See what I can get here. 137.4. One more lap. I have to back off a little bit. Well, we got a McLaren off to the side. You know, maybe I should try the Logitech G challenge tomorrow. Ah, damn it. That's a no-go. Ended up following him. Alright, but that's it for practice. Let's get into the race. And I think after this run, bloody hell, guys, come on. It's only 13 drivers? Yeah, I think after this race, I might switch over to another event. Because we're getting less drivers. And if there's less drivers, you know, then it's going to get a little bit awkward when it comes to skill gap. So, yeah, that's something I kind of want to avoid. So, alrighty. Lovely, lovely. I'll just put 14% into the car. Yep. Good old Peppa Pig livery. Gonna be rocking that. Now, in terms of the standings, we have 13 drivers. Oh, no, 12 drivers. And I'm car number 8, so they expect me to be at the back. Like, close to the back. Gotta stay hydrated. But, man. I think today is supposed to be like the last day of this major heat wave we've been having, where we're getting like 90, 95 degrees, 98 degrees. I think yesterday was like 101, 102. So thankfully we've weathered through most of the storm for that. But, you know, because of how hot and humid it is in our area, I've been resorted to just sleeping on the couch for the last few days. So it's not ideal. I've been feeling it on my neck, but hopefully hopefully that's the last of it and I can sleep in my own bed. So all right. Good lord, guys, come on. Alright, let's get ready for quali. Yep, I got 5 laps of fuel inside here. I like this camera, but I prefer hood cam a little more. I don't know, that's just my personal preference. I like using hood cam. I know the purists are going to be like, oh, that's not authentic, it's not realistic enough. I'm like, if it's that's the case, why do they offer it? You know, if we're... Use whichever camera you like. I will never fault anybody for wanting to put their camera a certain way. As far as I'm aware, I think only iRacing doesn't allow you to change your main camera. You know, it is strictly cockpit view over there. A little bit of a wobble there. But now we got our first time lap. I got 4 laps to do it. I don't know if that's the best way to take that that section, but I did it. Alright, slight deviation out of track limits, so I had to lift off a little bit. Track limits should have been fine.
Time,
136.7. That's pole? That's not gonna stand, I know that for sure. I'm provisionally on pole position, but I know the aliens are gonna overtake that pretty quickly. Especially that I know that I can do a 135 easily. Yeah, see, I'm already one second better. Oh, such a compromised end. It's still good for P3, but oh my goodness, that could have been so much better. Oh boy. People are messing about with the fireworks now. The fire trucks are being called out. Ain't that always the case? Final lap. Let's give it everything. Oh no. Oh, that's a bad mistake. So unfortunately, that's going to be it for qualifying for me. Alright, let's bring it to the pits and we'll call it a session. Where am I? P7? P8. So I'm in my quote-unquote expected finishing position at this stage. I'm capable of so much more. Into the pits we go. Okay. So 8 out of 12. So we're in our expected position. But let's see how this translates into the actual race, though. Because I know I have better pace. You know, I was capable of making it to top 3, top 5. We'll see how this goes. Just gotta wait for 3 more people to make it to the line. Come on now.
And drivers go to the grid for a race start.
Alright, so we're expecting about 20 laps. Yeah, usual. 6, 7. 6, 7 laps. Alright. So we have enough. So now we'll have enough fuel to make it. Okay. There we are. Now, I will take the start for this one. Because there's only 12 cars, and we're at the back, so no big deal.
Formation lap has started.
Just gotta be a little bit careful. Just gotta keep a delta to this Aston ahead. Alright, get ready for the limiter.
Green flag.
Uh-oh. Somebody behind me got caught out. So I got a bit of a gap. Stay on the outside. Let's just focus on making it through. Focus on the rejoin. Some issues abound. Careful we don't get concertinaed up. Oi, oi, oi. Well, that's somebody missing their breaking point right there. Oh, shoot. Alright, I'll just play it by ear.
That time was A146.04.
Alright, so let's see how this plays out. A lot of people posturing for the braking zone. Let's see, let's see. Somebody spun. Alright, so back up to P10. Just have to back up so I don't gain any time. Because we had a problem with track limits in the last race.
Time 1:35.99.
Okay. P10. Oh, the physics of the car is so different. I'm so used to the Ferrari. Might also have to do with the damage that I took. As a reminder, when that Corvette plowed into me, I took some damage to the front. So maybe that could be a reason why. And it's not bad, but I need to get into the 135s more regularly. I'm so focused right now, trying to see if I can lower this gap. But it's tricky. Alright, 135.1s. I'm starting to get into some proper times. Somebody's gone slow. Starting to catch up a bit. And everybody's all bunched up together, so if it becomes a train, that could be my way back in. A little bit of dust kicked up, though. Come on, push, push, push. Good thing is I'm pulling away from the guys behind like crazy. Now it's 22 point... It's almost 22 seconds to the guys behind. Uh-oh. It's not gonna help me at all. Porsche and a BMW fighting it out. Come on. Trip each other up, please. Uh-oh. Little hiccup there. 135.3. Somebody spun. Alright. Oh, that's a back marker. Never. No. That was somebody. Alright. I'll take a freebie. See if I have enough pace though to keep him at bay. Ooh, that's heavy defense side by side that I see from the guys up front. They're hanging on though, for what it's worth. Surely that can't continue into the S's. Uh-oh. Alright, I see the track limit, so I'm just gonna give up the position to him. Alright, let's just go again. Let them push and see where it goes from here. I feel like I'm gonna lose more time trying to defend this position than actually, rather, I'll let him through, see where it goes from here. I saw a yellow, but what for? .6. Well, we were like halfway through. Now we're a good 30 seconds away from the guys behind, but starting to drop back. Uh-oh. Saw somebody going a little slow there. I think someone just DNF'd, yeah. One of the BMWs ahead of us is gone, so that's a freebie. So I'm back up to P9. So again, just have clean races, take advantage of the misfortune of others, and climb up the leaderboard that way. It's going to be less pronounced now because there's only 12 drivers. Wow, 134.8, that's my personal best. So we can get this a little bit more often. But this weight transfer is causing a lot of issues. The Porsche has a much more bulbous rear compared to other GT3s. What I really need us to do is to get a move on, because Mr. Kronk up ahead, he's not catching up to the guys We're chasing. Starting to pull away. Alright, the gap has gone slightly down a bit across the board, but we gotta get closer. I need the battle up front to become a triple threat. It's 2.4, so I'm catching up.
Time 1:35.02.
Whew, 10.5 to go. We can do this. I think there's going to be one more incident that'll give us a freebie. I just know it. Yeah, there's a yellow. Drivers have gone slow. There we go. That could be the incident. Now it's going to be a three-way battle up ahead, and let's see how clean they can keep it. And if they get held up, I could possibly get reeled in.
Time 1:34.96.
Alright, come on. Control the car, control the car. That is one awkward bonnet cam. Yeah, it kind of is. I think what I need to do is I need to reset the camera settings on this, because what I tried to do at one point was I adjusted the field of view, the field of vision. So you can use bonnet cam online? Yeah, you can.
1:36.29.
There's no restrictions on, well, as far as Le Mans Ultimate is concerned, there's no restrictions on what camera you can use. Unless it's a custom lobby thing. But right now I'm just sticking to traditional LMU dailies. Alright. But how you doing, Yanni? Uh-oh. It's an incident. What do you think of the R32? Oh, round of 32? Sheesh. Oh, boy. Gained one, but then lost one in quick succession. But I think the guy behind me also bungled it too. But yeah, wow. Round of 32 was crazy. We saw some giants fall. We saw some minnows really really rise. Good lord, that Cabo Verde Argentina match was great. Yeah. I remember there was there's like a bit of a debate. Are people actually considering Germany a powerhouse now? Which is kind of harsh, but at the same time, you kind of have to think about it because, like, Germany got... I thought that was for Belgium. Oh, what the criticism about them still being a powerhouse? Yeah, like, some people are starting to question whether or not Germany is like a lethal one, like a team you should fear, because think of it this way, right? Germany got grouped in 18 and 22. They got upset by Paraguay, which, by the way, today they just played pure haram ball. You know, and then that's another like kettle of worms. But yeah, Belgium's golden generation is really fading now, so they're in the same boat with Germany. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I like what Jurgen Klopp has done for Red Bull clubs, all told, because we feel a lot more ambitious, at least with my New York Red Bulls, with Jurgen Klopp giving advice. But I honestly can't see him vacating the Red Bull advisor role to be Germany's manager. Which, fair, but I don't know. Also, it's not because they have the firepower, Germany, and it was pretty unlucky for them to get their game winner chalked off because of Valdemar Anton. But yeah, Canada was... I didn't watch the Canada game. I was working. But yeah, I don't know about that 3-0 scoreline being like the true story of the game. Because you know how like the scoreline doesn't tell the story. Well, was it like a case of them being wasteful with their chances, or? I didn't watch any of it. I watched. I was able to watch the Paraguay-France game. Okay. And they just ran out of gas near the end? Sounds about right. Okay. But then, yeah, Morocco's class kind of shone through at the end. Makes a bit of sense. Right. Because who did Canada have up front? Did they have Jonathan David, or did they go with Kyle Aaron? I think we've only got about one more lap out of this. Never mind, I'm looking at... I think we're going to have 2 laps. Alright, I'm going to have to defend now. But there's the execution of it, right? As somebody who is a fan, who has supported a Jesse Marsh coach team, I know that feel all too well. I know that feel all too well. The quality when we need it. Yeah, it took him a while for the... It took him a while for the scoring to open. Shoot, I'm hanging on by a thread here. Yeah, we got final lap. Just gotta hope, just gotta fully concentrate. I want to make sure I keep this position. There's a brief yellow flag. I don't know what it was for. Alright, he's there, he's there, he's there, he's there. Oh, push to pass. You could have done it cleanly, my friend. Come on. Alright, we really tried, but the damage... Whew. Alright. P8, but dropped down 1 to P9, so... We'll be alright. Phew. Yeah, that sounds about right. Let me see here. Gained a little bit of sportsmanship rating. Alright. Right. I wonder what they're gonna do about that. How are they gonna refresh? I don't know. I don't know who they have as big prospects. You know what? Just on a whim, let's do Fuji. Let me take on the Ligier. Look, I'll tell you one thing. If I could tell you one thing about Jesse Marsh, he is very, very brash. You know, and at times he gets a little arrogant. He wears that he's like the guy that always has a chip on his shoulder. So yeah. But yeah, he has the right mind. He's definitely what Canada needs, but they got to do something to like get his he needs some help with that roster. How so? With like needs better players, or because I'm going by like experience dealing with him, whether Marsh is the right man. Yeah, he definitely brought things up a bit, but going forward I want to see what he does, because if they were to sack him, I don't know who would Canada go for? Like, if they want to go with the domestic route, like go with a Canadian manager. Only person I could think of is like Mark Dos Santos, but yeah. He's gonna stay with the team. Yeah, I'm expecting him to. He's gonna get at least a Gold Cup and a Nations League. See, I don't know about us CONCACAF teams taking part in the Copa America, because I know he was a part of that. But we'll see. All right. By the way, am I in the market for a ad break? Yeah. Okay. I'm in the market for I'm in the range for an ad break. So what I'm gonna do is, since everybody's just hopping in, we're just gonna be in the lobby. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a 3-minute break. When you come back from the ad break, we'll be in our out lap for quali. Okay. So I'll be back in 3. All right, everybody. People should still be coming back. All right. People are just faffing about in the match chat, so everyone's still coming out. Okay. But let's get quali started for Fuji LMP3s. I'm gonna be honest, this is my first time using the LMP3s. Like, I've never raced them before. So, I have no idea how this is gonna go. But thankfully, Fuji is Fuji. So I at least know how to drive the track here. Now, one thing we have to understand there's no ABS system on these. So we have to be very gentle with the brakes. So that way we don't end up, you know, having to deal with vibrations. Alright. But I think everybody should be back on the broadcast now. But this is probably going to be the last ad break I run for the night, so should be all right there. Now, if there was ever a track that doesn't need that I don't need the, oh shoot, that's a lot of curb. If there was ever a track that I don't need the racing line for, it's Fuji. Like, I know how to race this track, no problem. Shortened layout with no Dunlop chicane, which means it's gonna get very chaotic. If you know it so well, why do you turn it off? Honestly, I just forgot to. The reason why I have it on is because I was learning the coda layout. I just get lazy. I keep forgetting to do it.
Time 1:35.4.
Alright. P3. Look at that. 135.4. Oh, slight little lockup. France versus Paraguay. Now that was a game. Football won in the end. I'm gonna be honest. That quite a lot was let go during that game. I know it's a World Cup and we always want to say, you know, let the boys play, but bruh, the fact that only French players got booked. How so with France? What's your logic with them? Alright, I've dropped down a little bit. I'm P6.
Last one, 35.86.
Normal plays didn't work around third. Ugh. Yeah, this. I remember they mentioned in US commentary that France would have to like focus on moments of brilliance rather than their normal system because of how disciplined Paraguay's defense was. You know, especially with like how regimented that low block was. Right. And I really wish that they utilized Shirky a little bit more, but clearly we saw what the benefit of Desiree Douay was. Precisely, exactly. Alright, so that is it for quali for me. I'm tentatively P7. But let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 people ahead of me. Oh, 7 people behind me. I could still drop down this order, but let's see what happens. Douay can be complained by the Paraguayan players to the point where they made a mistake in the box. Yeah. And they can claim dive all they want. Any other place in the field, that's a foul. So why not in the box? So, but yeah, I'm curious to see how things go tomorrow with tomorrow's matches. Right. And that's what makes France so scary in this tournament, right? Just think about the quality that's being left off the team, right? Like Douay and Cherky are on the bench. They would probably be. I feel like if Cherky, because I think Cherky has Algerian roots. He probably would be on the starting 11 over there. But yeah, the fact that they're so deep in terms of like who they can bring on.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
All right, let's see here. It's my first time doing this race, so 13.2. Turn to the garage. I'm gonna do a pit lane start. Okay, 17.2. Now I'm curious to see how they handle Morocco. So this is going to be a very interesting match with them. But shoot. I wonder which national team is hanging out by my office. So for fun fact, earlier this week, you know, for the who is France playing in round of 32? Who was their round of 32 opponent? It wasn't Senegal. It was, who did they play in the round of 32? Gosh. I'm already forgetting. But a couple days ago, France was actually they were staying at the hotel near my office. So a friend of mine literally texted me a picture. Oh, they played Sweden. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So what happened was a friend of mine took a pic. He sent me a picture of the team bus. You know, the team bus was like was around the corner of where I work.
Green
And I thought
flag,
that was so.
green flag.
I thought that was really cool. All right, we just gotta wait a little bit. All right, let's go, guys. Be careful. Alright, so what are we? P18? Right. That's a thing. And Didier Deschamps has just learned from this Paraguay result. They don't have to play their normal game to get a result. You know? We always have the phrase that like, you gotta learn how to win ugly. Whoa, shoot, that was a sketchy rejoin. Alright, people are going off like crazy. Somebody is spun out. Everybody's all over the place now. It's been a while since we did rookie LMU lobbies. And this is like a perfect example of one. Now we gotta really think about like who can go toe to toe, other than like your Argentinas. Oh, there was a lockup, so that's a freebie. So wow, we're P14 from pit lane to P14, not bad in one lap's time. Gotta be careful, there's somebody strewn about. There's a persistent yellow. I don't know what's going on. Off the track. Watch the rejoin. Yeah, I think Morocco has the potential to cause something. All right. Not bad, not bad. 16 minutes. Spain, yeah. I think Spain could definitely do it, but they've been sputtering a little bit, you know. I like to think that the Austria game has kind of woken them up. Another yellow. What's going on here? No, I lost it. Oh, yo, yo. Hello. Yikes. Yeah. Because now... Because here's the thing, right? Even though the focus has rightfully been on Lamine Yamal in the lead up for the tournament, the fact that Mikel Oyarzabal has been the revelation has been like a real breath of fresh air. Oh shoot. Oh, I thought I had it. So the fact that he's in good form is pretty encouraging if you're Spain. Oh, there's two people strewn about. All right. Back up to P12. And exit stage left for that guy. Well, yeah, especially after the Cape Verde match, right? Because remember he has the record now. Because Oyarzabal in that game against Cape Verde, he didn't get a touch for the first 30 minutes of the match. Right? He Good lord, I hope these fireworks end soon. Yeah, I can hear them in the background. They're fireworks, I promise. This guy's constantly locking up, so he's probably having a bad time with vibrations. Wait, this guy's a backmarker. He should be letting me go. Uh-oh. Ugh. Now I'm gonna have to deal with vibrations. I hate it. Now you're gonna hear my wheel rumble a lot. Oh. Shoot. This is why I hate driving LMP sometimes. Because now this affects me like pushing off. Come back to GC7. Yeah. I'd love to, but I need variety. I need variety. That's what I call variety. Yeah. But hey, we're getting they did just announce a US track pack for this game, so we're gonna be getting We're gonna be getting some more tracks pretty soon. We're gonna get Indy, we're gonna get the Glen, we're gonna get Road Atlanta, Long Beach. So we don't have a timeline for when this is when those tracks are coming out, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that. We basically got the IMSA license without the IMSA license. Now, if we could just somehow finagle the Acura, if we can get the Acura, the GTP. The vibrations are getting a little louder. Thankfully, they're not as pronounced. Yeah, those are like your best bets. Yeah, like a Portugal, not really. With the way Portugal are being coached right now. Colombia would frustrate France, but not overcome them, I don't think. All right, 2-second gaps to the guys ahead. Exactly, right? Actually, just not even with Ronaldo. I just think with Roberto Martinez. You know, I don't know if he's like the guy for Portugal moving forward. Yeah. Unless you're a center back or a goalkeeper, probably not. Much less like an attacking player. Oh, shoot. How am I not getting anything done with this car? They are, yeah. So I have to adjust my driving style to match this, you know? Because me, I like to cut the curves. Suspension changes. See, I could, but this is a fixed setup. It's a fixed series, so I can't tune the car.
That time was a 144.11.
Definitely that would be on the table, though. But also, I suck at tuning. I have no idea what to do about that. So, because when I was doing the Coda races earlier, I was using the Coach Dave default. So that's how I was able to get around it. And it really goes to show that really do have pace in this game, in this car. It's just that a lot of the mistakes have been self-inflicted. So if I can cut down the mistakes on this car, because this is literally my first race driving it. See? Yeah, if I had the if I didn't make these mistakes, I'd probably be further up. Tomorrow's games.
That time was a 140.19.
Yeah, Brazil-Norway is going to be an interesting one. Although I might not be able to watch it like live, like I normally would, because I'm going to New York to watch the British Grand Prix. I'm heading over to, yeah, England's at the Azteca. So, make of that what you will. Because I know Thomas Tuchel's already talking about the altitude, and he's like, yeah, we don't have enough time to acclimate to the H-Watch of the ages. Sheesh. Yep. We're facing Belgium again. Although, to be fair, Jason, this Belgium that we're facing is a lot different. They look a lot more beatable. Cause, oh yeah. Let's they should just be glad they're not facing Argentina. The English. You know, two of the most infamous goals in World Cup history against them at the Azteca.
That time was a 135.83.
Right. I mean, I know recently the US has had some good form against them at Azteca, but yeah, it's a very, very tough prospect. Because I remember we beat Mexico there. See, I'm gonna take that one step further. I believe in the entire history of them playing at Azteca, Mexico have only lost there, like, actually no, I think they've only failed to win 8 times. So I'm including draws on that as well. So yeah, I'm kind of taking your advice here. I'm avoiding curbs like the plague right now. There you go, somebody's gone off. Up to P12.
That time was a 135.69.
Yeah, it's gonna be really rough for the English. I think they're gonna do it. Like, I think they're gonna beat Mexico, but it's gonna be very, very close. Oh yeah. Oh, I remember. I was actually at a watch party for the Ecuador versus Ivory Coast game, right? So I was at the New Jersey fan hub for that, and Yeah, they were like super. The crowd was like extremely partisan. I'm just talking like 90% of the arena at that point was Ecuador fans. There was only like 10 Ivorians, and they were just like in a small pocket on one corner, right? And credit to them, they cheered their hearts out when they got that late goal against Ecuador. All right, we got one more lap here, so let's see if we can maybe finagle another position.
5.83.
Oh, you can hear the rumbling going on. Uh-oh. I can't take the racing line because of that. Never mind, I got past him in the end. Yeah. Wait, did they make it to the round of 32? Ecuador? Oh yeah, yeah. They played Mexico. Yeah. It's why the U.S. has taken a similar approach when we do World Cup qualifying. Obviously, we haven't been doing it much this cycle, you know, because we were hosts. But during CONCACAF qualifying, we would routinely go to places like Columbus, Denver, Seattle for World Cup qualifying, just because of how marked a difference, you know, the change in elevation, the change in weather can be. All right, this ain't bad. P11. Bring it home. Okay, so we've learned a few lessons on how to deal with that. I think I want to use a different. I think I want to use a different LMP. I want to give this one more shot, but instead of the Ligier, let me use the Ginetta. Let me see how different that car feels. But yeah, I know we haven't really talked about F1 that much tonight, but whew, let's see how things go tomorrow. I think for giggles, I'm gonna wear my Aston Martin jersey. Let's see here. Gained driver rating a little bit, but shoot. Alright, SR has gone up like crazy. Alright. Let's give this another shot. But yeah, let's try the Ginetta for this one. Because see, a lot of people are using the Odessa LMP3 because it's free. It's free for all players. So start 5 hours before. Yeah, because for us, for Eastern time, because I'm on the East Coast. Game starts at the race is at like 10 a.m. So I'm gonna be meeting up with some friends to watch it over in New York. We're gonna watch it in IMAX, so it'll be a fun one. I remember the last race when we went. We were at we were watching Monaco, and the cheers that came out from Lance Stroll when Lance Stroll hit the barriers in Monaco, couple races ago. We were just like, yeah, Stroll in the wall. Like, and we were we had no idea about like the goofiness that was about to come out because of that. Because that triggered all the chaos with people speeding, that caused chaos with all the drivers having problems with their with the track, you know, because the track got cut up. All right, there's a person on a hot lap, so I'm gonna let him by. Have you seen IndyCar? I need to. Because they're at Mid-Ohio. Pelot's P8? For real? No way. Who's on pole? Christian Lundgaard, alright. Alright. Now let's see how that goes race-wise though. Patos in P2? Okay. I'm gonna hazard to guess that Nolan is all the way in mid-tier. Mid-table. Oh, right. I need to... There's one thing I need to keep an eye out for with the Grand Prix tomorrow. They're bringing back the Lego cars for Silverstone. So here's the thing, right? So you know how hilarious and popular the Lego cars in Miami were last year? For this year, every driver is getting their own car. And they're basically go-karts. So I'm curious to see how that ends up. Little twitch there. Oh, a little bit of a lockup. Ooh, I'm coming in a pace. Around the outside, around Panasonic. Can I do it? Yay! I know it's only free practice, but I got it done. I don't know if it's gonna be broadcasted. Oh yeah, it's gonna be shown off on the on YouTube probably. You know, for like the driver parade, they do all that stuff. Bring it back to the garage. That was P4 for the session. Not bad. So I actually do have some pace in this combination. I just need to avoid the spins. But this will probably be my last race of the night. And then tomorrow we'll keep going. Because what I want to do... Because let me see if I can do this. Oh, no, I don't want to do this. I don't need my summary. Actually, do I have a championship race tomorrow? Saturday, no Sunday. Okay, because I'm doing the GT3 challenge. So that'll be done like on Tuesday. But what I definitely want to do is I want to do the WEC at Silverstone. But I'll definitely be on the GT3 side if I do that. I'm still trying to get used to driving prototypes in this game. Because even though I'm starting to get to grips with the LMP3s, I used to struggle a lot with the 2s. So now I need to adopt a new racing style for them. So because I wanna have like a better repertoire for my racing. Good talk. Prepare for sleep. Yep, totally fine. Sunday's gonna be, yeah, I know. A lot of good races, a lot of good games to watch. Actually, where am I? So I'm car number 4. So we're split 3. So I'm expected to be one of the contenders for this. All right, we'll see how this goes. Depending on where I qualify, I may take the start, but if not, I'll do pit lane. Yeah, we got about 2 minutes until the race, until qualifying, and then we'll go from there. Oh shoot. Bit of a heads up with ad breaks. I don't have any snooze buttons available, so near the end of the race there may be an ad break. So mods, I don't know if you're able to hit the snooze button if possible. I don't know if you guys can. But we'll see what happens. Alright, so we have a lot of rookies here. So we don't really know how they act. We do have some good drivers, which is good. But ideally, I want to get the diamond badge. I want the green badge, that says trusted driver. I want people to like visibly see that I'm one of the cleanest drivers that could ever race. So, hopefully. All right, 30 seconds to go. All right, another thing that I really want to do is I want to get back into low field motorsport, LFM. I just wish they had some more events in LMU. Same for well, I don't know if it's worth it to go back into playing Assetto Corsa. Actually, is Assetto Corsa Evo on sale right now? Hold on. Before I go out for qualifying, I want to go look up Steam real quick. Is Evo on sale? Screw it. I'll just look it up on I'll look it up on my mobile version. It's 20% off. 32 bucks. I mean, okay. All right. Let's reduce the fuel in the car. Get some more heat into these tires. Also, I'm putting the brakes on. Get some temperature into those too. Oh, little lock up there, but it's okay. It's the outlap. Doesn't affect us too much. Just gotta be careful with the exit. Nearly got a little too aggressive. Alright. 4 minutes at a set of lap time. Here we go. I reckon we could probably get 3 laps out of this. Let's not ride the curbs too much. It's that change. It's that change in camber that's actually messing me up for that right-hander. There's a small bit of banking that's actually causing me some issues. That's what's making me spin out a lot for Dunlop. I guess I call it Dunlop Corner. It's not the Dunlop Chicane.
Lap
35.8. That's good for P4, but I know I can do better. I have the fastest Sector 1 time out of everybody. P5, back down. shoot. Lost the rear. All is not lost. I still have time for one more lap. Oh, but I'm already getting vibrations. We'll deal with it.
Lap 145.47.
Alright, a lot slower than I really should be, but... Let's see if we can get an improvement here. Maybe I'm being a little too cautious. Alright, looks like I'm finishing P6.
That time was a 136.52.
Alright, back to the garage. And let's wait it out. I'm down to P6, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4 more people. So 15 laps of fuel. I'll probably I'll be taking the start for this one. Let me double check how much laps do we have. But yeah, this will go without saying. This is going to be our last race of the night. So let's see if we can get
Teams
something
and
good out of
drivers
this.
go to the grid for a race start.
New tires. Okay, we're looking at 14. I'll put 9.5. Yeah. Gonna move up the traction control for a little bit. All right. A lot of people driving the Odessa.
Formation lap has started.
All right, so get ready. ready, ready.
Green flag, green flag.
Oh. I definitely got into somebody, but I don't know if that was like genuinely my fault or is just a weird wonky concertina effect. I don't know if he was checked up on someone, but Alright, so some slight damage on the front. Let's see how this affects us for the rest of the race. Yep, there's a spin. Two people have spun! Ay, 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 ay. Alright. Looks like that was just a glancing blow. Alright, don't feel many vibrations from the tire, so that's good.
70.
Alright, so right now my goal is to try to get away. Because we've actually fallen upwards. You know? Uh-oh, spinner. Podium so far. Nice and easy. Alright, let's build that gap. 7 seconds to the car behind. If I can keep it up, then we'll have a comfy podium.
Lap 135.34.
And we're only 3.5 off the lead? Oof. I'm feeling a lot more comfortable with the Janetta. Especially considering that I'm starting to understand the limits of the car. So I kind of have a better idea on how to drive these things. Just can't drive them like GTs. Come on, come on. All right, 1.2. We're closing in. Push, push, push. Come on. 7.7. The gap is growing. I'm more concerned about the gap behind. I want this to make it a lot. I want that to be a lot bigger. Oh, shoot, I'm actually catching up to both. Get over here. Get closer. I need everybody behind to get slower too. Let me pull away. Come on, come on, come on.
That time was a 1:34.98.
7 seconds to the guy behind. Oh boy. That's a mistake from me. I ended up going wide. Lost half a second of pace to the guy behind. Gotta work hard to get that time back. Little hiccup. Yeah, the curbs are super unsettling. Try not to clip them too much. There is a yellow flag up ahead for a back marker, but they're not of any consequence to us. Unless they decide to be cheeky and cause problems for the race leaders, which I don't think they're going to do.
That time was a 1:35.48.
Alright, I got to do something about this. They're fighting for the lead. 10 minutes to go. Sir, do you mind letting me by? Thank you. Alright, their battle has reeled them in. So I'm close. 1.5. Yellow flag up ahead. It's for a back marker. Probably. Come on. Quite the attempt. Hey, y'all are weaving. This ain't allowed.
That time was a 1:35.45.
I'll just do my thing. I'm here. Giving me P2, mate. Thank you. That truck limits is fine. Oh, I'm in the lead. There we go. But still a lot of race to go, so this is not done by a long shot. Slight lockup on his end. Come on.
Time 1:35.72.
7 minutes to go. Bit of a lockup, but the lunge works. Still on my inside. Of course, I got taken out. Ugh. All right. That sucks.
Time 1:49.50.
But let's see if we can salvage this result, though. 5 minutes to go. man. This person through. Had my race ruined. Yeah, the suspension is too much for me. Oh man, I was fighting for a win. Shoot, this really sucks. All right, let's just see what we can conjure up here. I'm gonna get lapped. I'm gonna be a lap down. Think about 5 more seconds. Alright, so I'm down to P10. Yeah, there's not much... There's not much time left to really do anything. But stranger things have happened, so... Sir, mind if I go through? I'm trying to unlap myself.
That time was a 2:52.98.
Come on. Can I get this last guy? I could salvage a P9, perhaps? Ugh. It's gonna be really tricky then. Really, what could have been? God, I was fighting for the win. And I want to have a look at that replay, though. Let me see here. Oh, hold on. Let's head back to the let's see, where am I? Yeah, I lost driver rating, but let me go to the replay viewer. I want to see how this goes. I want to see exactly what happened. Alright. Let's see. I want to see whose fault it is and whether or not it was like, whether or not maybe it was a racing incident or something more nefarious. Alright, let's have a look. Alright, so I get a good run on him. I'm actually gonna change my POV to him. Okay, I'm gonna right here. So he does squeeze me to the outside, but that's fair. See, I know he's on the inside. Goes for a speculative move. He would have had it. Alright, let's have a look at that again. Yeah, I had it worse. Hold on a sec. What was... are there any other... Are there any other, I'm just trying to look for, like, other angles that I can really show whether he was, like, next to me. Mm. I wish there was a better. I wish there was a better angle. Let me see here. This is not a good enough angle, but let me see. Maybe if I go to myself, is his wheel next to mine? It's like very, very faint, but gosh, he was late. Okay, so it was on this guy. Cause here's the thing, right? If his wheel was a little bit closer to me, but I'm already turning in. He's a little bit late for the lunge, so yeah. All right. Just wanted to figure out how that was. So it wasn't much. I think it's like more 70-30. But yeah. It's a shame how that race ended, but it's time for me to go to bed. But yeah, thanks everybody for watching. We got some good races on the Coda. We got some good races on Fuji. Starting to understand how to run those LMPs. But let me see if I can pass things over to somebody else. Who's good for a raid? Let me see who's available. I'll pass you guys over to Tyla. Tyla's playing some Final Fantasy XI. Alright. Show them some love, and I'll see everybody tomorrow night. Alright? Take care, guys.